Hi guys, welcome to a Scotland v Denmark prediction or preview. As you can tell, I'm not quite excited to do this video. That's quite not often the case with me, but it's hard to get excited for Scotland. It's such a mixed bag. You don't know if they're going to come out and grind out a 1-0 win. You don't know if they're going to beat Spain. You don't know if they're going to turn around and get beat up Portugal. Like, there's so many things with Scotland that annoy me. Number one, Steve Clarke. I don't understand his squad selection. Grant Harley just seems to get picked even when he can play no games all season but still get picked. Um, Shea Adams, not seen anything with him that I'm super impressed about. He was okay in the Premier League, but I'm not seeing anything. I'm just super eager to get him into that squad. Talking about squad, I do have a prediction of what I would like. It's not really a prediction then, but it's what I would like to see happen in this game for us to even stand a chance. So if I'm being honest, I don't think we'll get a result against Denmark away from home. Last time we went to Denmark away from home, we got beat 2-0. But then when they came to Hampden, we beat them 2-0. So 2-0 seems to be the remedy. But I've got the stats up here. The last 10 games for Scotland, so we beat Liechtenstein away from home, easy to be expected. We then got beat off of Iceland 3-1 at home, got beat off of Greece 3-0, which Greece, they're kind of, they can hit a run of form. They're a pretty decent squad, to be fair. Then we beat Greece away from home. We beat Poland away from home. We beat Croatia at home, drew with Portugal, got beat off of Croatia, got beat off of Portugal, and got beat off of Poland. So that's what I mean. It's a very mixed bag with Scotland. You don't know what you're actually going to get. Which I think that's kind of what is keeping Steve Clarke in a job at the moment. Um, and that was like friendlies and everything else. Friendlies, Nations League, qualifiers, everything. This is Denmark. They beat Lithuania at home 5-0. They beat Northern Ireland 2-1. They got beat for Portugal 5-2. So us drawing with Portugal, pretty decent result to be fair. But then Denmark beat Portugal at home. Doesn't look good for us traveling to Denmark so far. They drew with Serbia away. They got beat off of Spain at home. They drew with Switzerland. Got beat off of Spain away. Beat Serbia at home and beat Switzerland at home. So at home, they've got a pretty decent record. They've only lost to Spain at home. In Spain, they're the champions. You know what I mean? They're one of the best European sides, like sorry, international European sides of all time, in my opinion. Not this squad, but it's such a good squad they have at least. Um, so it's a mixed bag, you know. I'm not too sure what to expect if I'm being totally honest. I really don't know. Uh, do I think we'll go out and get a win? No. Do I think we'll go out and try our best? I fucking hope so. Do I think Denmark are going to come away with all 3 points? Yeah, I probably think so. Um, this is my starting squad I would like to see. I don't think we'll really set up like this, but I think it's an easy way that we possibly can. I'm setting up as a 4-2-2 instead of the wide players. Have them as inside centre attacking midfielders. To be honest, and this back five thing it doesn't work with Tierney without Tierney in my opinion. And Tierney and Ralston are now out of that squad, so just get the back five away. Cheerio. In goals, Xander Clark. I'm sick of Angus Gunn with his poppadom wrist. I really am. I'd rather see a new goalkeeper in goals. Xander Clark, chuck him in, see how he does. I know it's probably not a game to test anything, but I've not seen any major issues with Xander Clark like I have with Angus Gunn. Um, back four, I've got Aaron Hickey. I know he's coming back off a long injury, but who else are we going to play right back? I don't know any other right backs we possibly could have played there except for Tierney and Ralston. And they're both not there. Um, then in fact with Hendry and John Suter, I know Suter hasn't particularly had a great season so far with Rangers, but he's better than fucking Hanley. Anything's better than Grant Hanley. And then Robertson. My issue with Robertson, right, is he seems to be able to pull it off with Liverpool, but Scotland, he seems to just be unable to pull that trigger. For Liverpool, he can cross it in. back post, put it on a dime. Scotland, he seems to either overhit it or is overthinking and pass it back. He needs to just get out of his own head and start playing football like he used to be able to. My middle two as kind of deep playmakers, as you will, is John McGinn and McTominay. But McTominay might be pushed forward, and I'll explain why in a minute. McTominay's been fantastic at Napoli, scoring goals. He has been. He's been an absolute new player since joining Napoli, especially with Kevin De Bruyne now on that side. He's going to have goals galore. John McGinn kind of hit a dip in form, but for Scotland, he normally seems to pull out the bag and play pretty well for us. That's why they two are in. My more forward attacking midfielders is Lewis Ferguson, and I have put Ben Doak. He hasn't really played an awful lot for Bournemouth, but every time he seems to play for Scotland, he's another one that seems to pick up his head, drive forward, and actually want to score goals. Well, at least create them, actually create chances. That's what this team is missing, is creating the chances for the strikers to put in the back of the net. But if we don't play Ben Doak, I also like Billy Gilmore. But I would possibly put Billy Gilmore back to where McTominay is and put McTominay further forward. So McTominay, for some reason, has found his finishing boots at Napoli. He seems to score goals for fun. Gilmore, though, is tricky. He's a very tricky player. He likes to draw the fouls, get the free kicks, which whip the ball in. And if we play Lyndon Dykes in the second half, put it to the back post, let him head it back across the 6 yard line, and absolutely just go. But I don't know. Bendo, Ivor, or Gilmore. Don't know. I really would rather see Gilmore at the back and put McTominay up front, but that's what I put. Then up front, two new boys, George Hurst and Kieran Bowie. George Hurst, he hasn't really done an awful lot with his club team, but as I said before, Shea Adams, I'm not impressed with him. I've not seen anything that he can do. Uh, yeah, he might have scored a few goals for us. He's also like missed a shit ton of chances, a shit ton of chances. Kieran Bowie, on the other hand, for Hibs, he's been scoring goals for fun. I think he scored what in 3 games, 2 goals. Right, so that's almost a goal again, almost. Last year, I thought he had a pretty decent season as well. I don't see why we don't try more strikers like that who are actually in form, rather than putting Shea Adams and Lyndon Dykes, who Lyndon Dykes isn't really in form at the moment. Like he just isn't. Put Bowie that he scored 2 in 3 games. He's scoring goals. Try it out. If you don't try it out, then when it comes to other qualifiers or other nations leagues, we're going to be stuck in the same old rut. Um, but that's my want. That is what I want us to set up. Like, do I think we will? No. Do I think some of these players, in George Hurst and Bowie, will start? No. I think he'll go with Shea Adams and possibly George Hurst. I don't think he'll play Bowie, which is a mistake. But that's my my opinion. Can't even get the words out. But I genuinely think Damsgaard for Denmark, if he is playing, it's going to be such a worry for everybody involved. Because I just watched the highlights of our last trip over to Denmark, and there was at least 3 times he's whipped the ball into the back post, and one of the times it resulted in the goal, but it always got to the Denmark player, which is a big mistake every time. The other goal was a bit misfortunate. Could say it's a bit skillful for Denmark side. I think it's a bit fortunate, but still, they came away with the points. We didn't. Um, I think we need to. The way we will win this game, if we have a chance of gaining any points, is in that midfield. The midfield is so crucial to play quick, one touch ball, play around the Denmark, play through the lines, and play up the pitch. We cannot fanny about with the ball in our own half in the box. It just will not happen. Well, it will probably fucking happen, but that's not how we will win the game if we have any chance of doing so. Denmark, they're good at set pieces. They score goals for fun. As I say, I think they scored 5 in their last game. I know Scotland did, but that's against Liechtenstein. I think it'll be a back and forth encounter. but I think Denmark will come out on top, to be honest. Um, I'll probably say 2-0 again. To be honest, I don't know. It's getting a bit deflating trying to predict how Scotland should line up. We all know how it probably will because Clarke just doesn't change anything. In my opinion, Clarke should have went after the last competition we were in. He should have just fucking left. To go there and be afraid to fucking win. It's like having Arteta as Scotland's fucking coach. They're afraid to fucking win. They'd rather not lose than rather win. Just it just really fucking annoys me. But my prediction is 2-0 Denmark. With my prediction, probably 1-1. But Steve Clarke's gonna absolutely line up and destroy all fucking hope. It's gonna be 2-0 Denmark. Yeah. There you go. I said it. I will have a match review after the game tonight because I am filming this Friday morning just before I set off to work. Um, yeah, I'm not too excited, to say the least. But yeah, if you guys agree with me, or you know what, in the comments, if you change anything about the formation or the players in my formation, comment below. I'll be happy to hear it. So if I'm being honest, anything will be better than what Steve Clarke will put out. But I'll see you guys in the match review.